Hey Virgos, welcome to the monthly general reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I'm Island Turtle and welcome to BOMISpirit. So there's going to be a part 2 to this reading over on Patreon. You can also find it on Vimeo, links are below. I also switched you guys back to the tripod. The whole shaking of my other setup was like making me nuts, and you're Virgos. I knew it was going to make you nuts too. So anyway, happy to be back on the tripod with you guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. Just a little thing really quickly. I've just been seeing more and more comments, people like demanding like readings from me and like sign readings and stuff. I don't have a problem with you reminding me if I haven't posted a reading or whatever, but if you're gonna yell at me, just don't. That's not gonna do anything. Okay, it's not gonna make anything happen. All right. Now, these monthly readings, they're about every 30 days. I used to stress this a lot, and then I stopped saying it because I've done so many readings that I figured people knew. But we do get new people all the time, so just to really emphasize that, I do these monthly sign readings about every 30 days, depending on how my energy's feeling, how my flow is, and if there's anything else going on in my life. I got a couple of things like I had some family stuff happen, like a medical emergency. I had moving happen, like things happen, and that's just it goes for everybody. But just really wanted to reiterate that, okay? Virgos, let's get into it. So the first thing that I was feeling with you was this very like jovial, like easy breezy, life is easy, lemon squeezy, like kind of energy. It was making me kind of giggle and making me smile. You could be really in your inner child right now too, but we do have Mars and Pallas Athena in your sign and tropic, and they're working really well together. And you could just be really vibing off of that. It feels like you're having an easy time with like having your life on track and organized the way you need to the point where like your cup is overflowing so you can show up for people. Like it has this like Six of Pentacles vibe to your energy right now, and I feel like you're in a lot of earthy energy. You could be around a lot of earth signs too, but excuse me, they were really emphasizing Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, even though I'm focusing on you. Excuse me. And there's something about that where I was feeling the moon cycles. So we just had the full moon Capricorn. We just had that. The moon in Cancer is coming up on the 17th. I'll be live on the 15th on Patreon. It'll post to Vimeo after the fact, but I'll be live there to talk about it. But we are still under this full moon Capricorn influence. I feel like the full moon Capricorn, because it's also sister Earth sign, potentially is giving you some really good clarity on what you need to let go of and what you need to release. That's just going to facilitate more security, financial security, security in the material plane in your own life. Like it was just giving me those vibes, kind of leading to like this jovial kind of vibe, right? But again, I kept getting Taurus too. So I was thinking about it, and it's like, okay, well, where are we? So we're in this like Capricorn Cancer vibe. Taurus season was a little bit ago, but the next Taurus moon is probably, I didn't check, but probably November. And it should be a full moon Taurus. It should be another full moon, which to me also is like akin to the full moon Capricorn, right? It's like clarity on plans, clarity on resources, clarity on management, clarity on the earthly material plane, right? And then, there's you, and your season's coming up relatively soon, and so that next moon's going to be a new moon. So we have like full moon Cap, full moon Taurus, new moon Virgo energy is just being highlighted for you, and like this energy of cycles, these theme of cycles. But I feel like you're on top of things. No matter what cycles you're moving in and out of, no matter what changes you're doing or you're initiating, I feel like you're very in control of the changes going on in your life right now. You're on top of it. You're grounded, you're on top of it. Things are cool, things are fine, to the point where I think that you're actually really able to give to other people right now, or to show up for other people, because I feel like your cup is overfloweth right now. That's just what I feel. Now, if you're not feeling this lighthearted energy, it's possible you're still like letting go of some things that could be weighing you down, right? And again, we're still under the influence of full moon Capricorn, so that could totally be part of it. Also, something that's sticking out to me right now, because your new moon is probably not until September. Again, guessing. I haven't checked. I'm guessing it's in September. So July, full moon Capricorn, September, new moon Virgo, and then November potentially for the full moon Taurus. So there's something about these 2-month intervals. Maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe you're just like setting up these 2-month schedules for yourself. I don't know. There's something about that. Like the cycles of every 2 months, or just like the cycles of how you plan things and execute things. Maybe your own personal ebb and flow of your energy. God, I'm doing a lot of talking here. There's a lot of information coming through, but that's a lot. It just started as little things that I was picking up on, and it snowballed into these bigger messages. But That's what I'm getting with you. This whole element of time, cycles, planning, letting go of what needs to be let go of when you're ready to let go of it, because there's a death, a natural death to everything, right? And your cup feels overflow with. So I'm getting that Six of Pentacles vibe. So you could be showing up a lot for people right now. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to actually use the Moonology deck just because we do have some like moon references that were coming up. That came up, right? And themes of cycles just felt, you know, like a good choice. Any messages or insights for Virgo? I feel like you're like in just Earth. You're just in your freaking element. You're in the element of Earth right now. Any messages or insights for Virgo? Any messages or insights for Virgo? One more. Okay. No, okay. Look at my Virgos. I'm getting Aries energy. I did just do Aries before you. But we also have a lot of energy playing off of Chiron and Aries. And so that could be it. So pay attention to where Chiron is transiting your personal houses. Let's see. Ooh. A time for healing with balsamic moon. I don't feel like you're resting. I gotta be honest. I feel like you're like dancing. I feel like you're moving, grooving. I feel like you're like in your earthy working energy. I feel like you're working. Feel like you busy. But we have time for healing coming out. Do you need to balance that out with a little bit of recovery time? Let's see what else the cards have to say. I mean, I did get the reference to Chiron. I did pick up on that Chiron Aries energy, which will bring up triggers to release, further let go, which will initiate healing and growth. So I think that's what it's pertaining to. So if Chiron Aries hasn't affected you yet, there's a potential here to say that it could potentially affect you. Okay. Especially if you're watching this not too long after I record this. Again, recording this on July 10th. But yeah, Chiron Aries, especially this particular week, is going to be triggering some people, but it's really to facilitate this like peeling back of layers of self. So I think that's just what it's speaking to. Whoa. God, such a collective message. Hold your vision and step out of your comfort zone with North Node and fixed moon. The moon after Cancer will be Aquarius, and then we'll have Leo. So we're going to have 2 fixed moons after Cancer, which will take place in August, which is just before we start your season. So definitely pay attention to August. There could be a lot of stuff going down in August for you. The North Node will also be square Pluto, exact square Pluto this month, the 22nd to the 20th, because it actually happens a few times. I'm just speaking to some of the astrology that's coming up here, being referenced here as well. But holding your vision and stepping out of your comfort zone, doing what has to be done. And that's what I was getting with you. Like, you're doing what you got to do. You're orchestrating, you're planning, you're getting shit together, because your eyes are on the prize, and you know what you're doing, you know where you're headed, you know what you're planning, like you already know. Now, the North Node card here is to say that whatever it is that you're orchestrating, whatever it is that you're being your Virgo-iness self about, I feel like you're just in hardcore Virgo energy right now, might require you to go about it in a little bit of a different way, or actually orchestrating something or planning something or trying to engage or learn something that is new, has a new component, has a new element, something that is like not exactly what you're used to, but I feel like you're doing it really well. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how do I want to say this? Let's say for the first time in your life, you're going to go on a diet. Just total random example. If you've never done a diet before, it's hard. Gotta learn a lot. If you've never done that, there's a lot to learn. Speaking from a whole lifetime of doing it. Again, this is why I'm using this example, right? That takes research. That takes scheduling. That takes planning. That takes understanding what foods you can buy, what foods you shouldn't buy, when you should eat certain foods, when you shouldn't eat certain foods, when you're going to work out, how are you going to work out? How are you going to calculate your calories? How are you going to calculate your macros? Like, it takes a lot, right? But isn't that a Virgo's dream? Like, oh, something that takes just pure logistics and scheduling and numbers. Okay, I can do that. I can learn how to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, again, you're on top of it. It's almost like the fact that whatever you're doing here, whatever you're like orchestrating or investing in or planning around, even if there is a foreign element, that's almost the exciting part to you. That's the part where you're like, ooh, okay, I can do that. I can do that. Okay. Yeah, your energy is making me feel so happy and giddy. Like, just like an excited little kid. Anything else for my Virgos? Ooh, new moon Pisces. So Pisces is your 1/7 Virgo. And so the new moon Pisces, oops. Actually, the last new moon Pisces was, I believe, February or March. Something could have happened around that time. I don't think so. I'm just, again, giving you like timeline references here. But new moon Pisces, meditate and contemplate. New moon Pisces is normally a time where we get a lot of new inspired ideas, or we have downloads or intuitive hits, right? It's like where the veil is a little thinner, we're a little bit more sensitive, we're a little bit more psychically aware. I feel like you're letting your intuition guide you. I feel strong compass energy with this, actually. Allowing your soul to lead you more so than your head is actually going to help you a lot. And that might be the uncomfortable component here, or the foreign component, is that how you're actually planning, orchestrating, moving, navigating is more reliant on your intuition and your feelings versus logically what makes sense to you. Yeah, I'm getting yes. Getting very strong yes on that. But that's the thing. I feel like you're focused on Earth. Yeah, you're getting better at having opportunities right now. Sorry, I made Yoda speak. Jesus. You're having opportunities right now, and you're getting better at navigating these situations around the earthly plane, materials, money, daily life, that sort of deal, like by incorporating more of your feelings and your emotions and like how it actually feels versus what you think is best. Make sense? Okay. Ooh. On the bottom, full moon Leo, don't let pride get in your way. Interesting. And underneath that, we do have full moon Capricorn. Oh my God. Full moon Taurus, and then more Cappy. New moon Capricorn. Look at all that earth. And that's what I was getting. I was like, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. All that earthy energy. Anyway, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm like really chattery with you for some reason. I don't know. Interesting vibes. But full moon Leo, excuse me. Full moon Leo coming out here. Full moon Leo is happening in August. Definitely know that one for sure. Full moon Leo is a time to reevaluate how you're expressing yourself. It's a time to reevaluate what you put a lot of value in, what you put a lot of stock in, and what makes you feel worthy. Oh, excuse me. That just moved some energy around. What makes you feel worthy, Virgo. Full moon Leo is also playing off of the whole Venus Leo retrograde phase as well. So I would really pay attention to what Leo is doing for you right now. Like, where is your house of Leo? Like, if you're a Virgo rising, then Leo is literally, it's your 12th house. Then Leo is your 12th house. Oh, Pisces. 12th house is ruled by Pisces for anybody who's new to that. Having Leo in the 12th house, that's kind of interesting. Right? Because like the 12th house is hidden. Like the 12th house is everything that's non-physical. It's the void. I call it like the void space. It's where karma resolves. It's where dreams happen, music, like again, everything that's non-tangible, right? Spirituality, faith, all of that stuff. To have Leo there, it would almost feel like you want to be seen in the unseen. Like to have that in your 12th house. That to me just feels like a lot of resolving of things. A lot of resolving the ego. Because Leo is also that. Leo is the sun. Leo is the star. Leo is, while it is equated to the sun, it represents the soul. Which the flip side of that is the ego, right? They're two sides of the same coin. This is why you're also getting better acquainted at using your own 12th house energy, right? Using your own emotions and your intuition to help navigate the material world a little bit more than just your logic, just the mercurial part of you. But I feel like you're finding a lot of joy in it. Like there's something about it that feels more balanced. They're saying this is why this card came out before, like a time for healing. Chiron in Aries is going to work off really well with all the Leo energy, because Chiron in Aries is also working off of Lilith in Leo, okay? Which is also working off Uranus, and there's like all other stuff going on there too. But yeah, Aries and Leo are working off of each other. So there is some reevaluating that you're going through here. I almost called you Leo, Virgo, of self, how you're seen, what parts of you have been kind of hidden away, what parts of you have you not been able to bring to the surface, right? Balancing out with the complement of you, the things apart that are hidden away from you. Like that's also the 1-7. Like 1-7 is the complement, the 7th house is the complement to the 1st house. Pisces to Virgo. And within that, could there be shadow work? Sure. But it's emerging into this more balanced, more complete self, especially in terms of looking at your own ego. And while this is foreign, and while this is a little new and a little different, I think you're handling it really well. Now, like I said, I thought it was really interesting. They got all this earthy energy underneath the full moon in Leo. And we literally have full moon and new moon Capricorn and the full moon Taurus, like I was mentioning before. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Your dreams need a practical plan. Oh, hold on a second. Leo in the 12th house. Something about health might be coming up as well if it hasn't already. If you're Virgo rising specifically. Because Leo is that sunlight energy. It is the spotlight energy. And 12th house is illness and hospitalization and things like that. So there could have been some stuff going on for you there, all right? Or potentially could be, just something to mention. This feels like the Virgo, ooh, my stomach just quivered. This feels like the Virgo energy I was feeling with you. Like your hard work is paying off and your dreams need a practical plan. Like you are doing that. You are holding your vision. You are putting things in place. You are orchestrating things and you are moving forward or progressing something, right? But you're doing it in a way that you haven't done before. You're doing it in a way that you haven't done before. It almost feels like this was kind of the missing piece. Like you needed to be able to come from a little bit more of that place in order to do it. And to do that, some triggering needed to happen. Some reevaluating of the ego, of the self, parts of you that have been left in the shadows, parts of you that have been left unseen, right? Needed to come up to the surface to make that happen. Well, didn't mean to spend so much time on the Moonology deck. Let's move on. That was such a weird little tummy quiver. I didn't like it. Did not like it. I actually just want to use tarot. Let's go ahead and just use tarot here. Ooh, beautiful creatures. Okay. I haven't used this deck in a long time. Again, all the decks that I use are linked below. Usually this deck only wants to come out for a little bit more like Neptunian, Scorpio, 8th house, 12th house sort of vibes, but you are embracing your inner Pisces. Whoa, I just got really dizzy. She'll get hit with crown energy there. You are embracing your inner Pisces in order to progress forward here. Yeah, and they're mentioning this again, like the cycles and like shifting of the moon and moon cycles. Like that to me is all getting in touch with your water. Getting in touch with the element of water, getting in touch with your inner Pisces, inner high priest, maybe even your inner Cancer. We are in Cancer season. That's what was missing. It's like a hidden superpower that you're kind of discovering. It's like the hidden superpower of your complement, of your shadow self, of your counterpart. Oh, that's what I might title this. Any messages or insights for Virgo, which is bringing you balance, which makes sense. That makes sense. Any messages or insights for Virgo? Almost called you Pisces. For Virgo. What? The paranormal. Pisces, 12th house, 8th house, the water, the non-tangible, paranormal, curiosity. You don't even explain why that's there. That was weird how those flew out of my hands. Let's see. 5 of Swords in reverse. More water. Jesus, Virgo. King of Cups. And the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, acceptance. Acceptance, acceptance, acceptance with things that haven't been working. Things that didn't work out. Lost opportunities. Missed opportunities. That's all through the assistance of your water, of your complement, your shadow self, your counterpart, Pisces. Okay? I would totally check to see where Neptune is also transiting your chart as well, like wherever you have your house of Pisces sitting. So I would look at, for my Virgos who are watching this and are resonating with this, I would look to see where you have Leo, Virgo, and Pisces. Look at those houses, look at those aspects of your life and see how those have been changing or how that plays a role in this reading for you. Okay, anyway. 5 of Swords in reverse, King of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That King of Cups is cool as a cucumber. That King of Cups is very emotionally mature, but with the fact that they're upright in the midst of 5 of Swords energy and Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's I'm accepting what doesn't work. I'm accepting what I've missed out on. I'm relying on my water, my intuition, my inner Pisces, my inner high priest, high priestess to navigate this. For some of you, the way Chiron is working for you, I guess I'd look at Aries too. This is the thing about astrology. You look at everything, right? You gotta look at the whole picture. Coming back to the whole Chiron component, because Chiron is also triggering this as well, right? Because it's playing off of the Leo. The house of Aries and the house of Leo are playing off of each other, right? Whatever hasn't worked out or whatever challenge may come up here for you, you're okay with it. Like leaning into your waters, leaning into your emotion, not only are you going to be okay with it, but like if you do need to heal any unresolved emotions, you're going to heal that. You will resolve that very easily. You'll let go of that very easily. Especially with the 5 of Swords being in reverse here too, because 5 of Swords can sometimes be an ego energy, and that was what I was getting to, right? Where it's like reevaluating your ego is also part of this as well, and moving much deeper into the soul, much deeper into the water, Pisces, 12th house, shadow self, counterpart, complement, right? Taking it in stride. Okay. Anything else for Virgo? I keep wanting to call you Pisces. Anything else for Virgo? Talk about Pisces. Hangman. Okay. Hangman comes out when we need to do some reflecting on a soul level. Some reflecting and maybe go into a period of a pause. Sometimes we need to let go of something or in the Hangman energy. Sometimes we need to just put life on hold or just take a break in order to have some spiritual growth and reflection. Oh, interesting. The Star in reverse with the Hangman. Yeah, to me, this feels like a massive course correct. Yeah, this feels like a course correct, a huge flag of, oh, that did not go as expected. I didn't mean for that to not work out. And moving into your water, the King of Cups, Pisces, the 12th house, Neptune, all of that, the soul energy, you're going to figure out how to navigate it. Like it feels very easy. Like normally, if I didn't have all these feelings, I'd be like, this looks a little hard. This looks a little difficult. I don't feel that at all. I feel like it's actually going to be very smooth running. And Pisces is also like that too. Like higher evolved Pisces energy is very optimistic. They're very optimistic, and they also deal with suffering very well. Like, it's kind of amazing to me. When I meet people who have very strong Pisces placements, like Moon Pisces, Pisces rising, Pisces sun, Venus Pisces, or they're in the nodes or something, or, you know, it's like, if bad shit happens, they're like, It is what it is. I'm good. Can't do anything about it. Like, it amazes me. Not speaking that that's like universal truth, but that's been my experience with strong Piscean placements. But that's what I feel here, which makes sense, right? If you're calling upon that part of you, that very deeply hidden part of you, the shadow self, the complement, the counterpart to you, Virgo, that's exactly what that energy is. Oh, disappointment, missed opportunities. I also with it for a bit, but it's okay. I can navigate this. Okay. God, I forgot how much I love this deck. Wow, Sun in reverse. Okay. The majors. It's funny because even majors, right? We know that majors indicate like massive, not massive, I need to use different words. Significant, potent impacts in the person's life versus like minor arcana, which is more superficial and daily and fleeting. Majors like will affect you on a soul level, basically, is what I'm saying. Hanged Man, Star in reverse, and the Sun in reverse. This is you literally reflecting on just how to course correct this. How to course correct disappointments, how to course correct anything that's not stable to stabilize it. But you're doing it with Pisces. You're not doing it with your Virgo self, even though it's about the physical plane. You're doing it with your inner Pisces. Anything else for Virgo? Again, definitely, they keep mentioning the ego. Like, definitely some reevaluating of the ego here. Attachment. I just heard attachment. The attachment that the ego has to maybe doing certain things a certain way in the physical plane. But yeah, again, leaning into your shadow self, leaning into Pisces will totally help with that. There's your card, Virgo, Hermit in reverse. Look at this. In the middle, we have the Sun in reverse and the Star in reverse. Leo, Aquarius, Hangman with Pisces, Hermit with Virgo. The shadow selves of each other and the shadow selves of each other. And which one is upright? Pisces. That's what you're leaning into here, okay? Hermit comes out, well, the Hermit looks for the Star. And we do have the Star card here, but again, they're both in reverse, right? And the Hangman and the Hermit, they're kind of like sister cards to each other. I used to speak on this. Like a lot of times when the Hermit card would come out, the Hangman would come out. Or if the Hangman came out, the Hermit card would come out. So even though they're both majors, I look at them as an as above, so below way of connecting to spirit, way of connecting to higher divine truth. Hangman is much more connecting to like upper world versus lower world, I think is like how I would equate it to that. And the Hermit also encompasses, oh, my stomach just covered again. Hermit also encompasses more of like written divine knowledge, like scribe-like stuff, like actually reading books and things of that nature, while the Hangman is like pure meditation. Hermit can also be meditation, right? It's looking within to look without, right? And it's connecting to spirit and all the interconnectedness of all things if you have both cards out. It's the as above, so below, right? The Hermit goes within to seek out that information, but within you also enter the vastness of everything, which is Pisces, which takes you back out to everything. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, just wanted to talk a little bit about that, but leaning into Pisces in order to course correct here. Yeah, you can't rely on what you thought you knew. Thank you. With Hermit in reverse, you can't rely on what you thought you knew. You can't rely on exactly how you've been handling things or how you used to handle things. This is about using the superpower of your shadow self of Pisces. On the bottom, we have the Habit in reverse. I feel like that's the devil. Yeah, that's the devil in this card, in this deck. Devil in reverse with the Ace of Wands. Yeah. You'll figure it out. You will figure it out, and you're going to get back to that Ace of Wands energy. Ace of Wands energy is excitement, and it's joy. And that's what I was getting with you, like this very like happy, giddy, like, I got this. I ain't worried. I ain't bogged down. It's no problem. It's whatever. Like, yeah, that's what I was getting with you. All right, Virgos, I'm going to go ahead and get into part 2. If you guys enjoyed this reading and it found it helpful, I I'm happy about that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment as well. All of that helps the video to circulate. And I will see you guys very soon, okay? Take care, Virgos.